Hi everyone, it's Gail, and we are going to do a little work on a cover for another journal. This time I am going to use discontinued wallpaper, which is what this is. And so we are just going to get started with that once we say hi and hugs to Sherry, Frida, Janny, and Carolyn. Thank you so much for watching and your kind comments. Okay, so I'm going to use this paper pad for the journal. This one is going to be a traveler's notebook. The gal that I made the bee traveler's notebook for recently, her other daughter wants one now. So I'm going to make her a woodland themed one, and I'm using this paper by Minte Woodland, and you can get this at Journey of Crafting. Natasha has that brand. So what I did was I grabbed a piece of the paper that had a lot of the colors in it, and then I chose paints that went with it. So that's how we're going to proceed here. I'm going to just throw my paints over onto the side and this beautiful scrapbook paper over here. And then this is the wallpaper that I chose. I have an old book. I don't know how much of this I can get on camera, but it's huge. And as you can see, it says discontinued written on it. So you can sometimes get these at the places that sell wallpaper. Sometimes they're in thrift stores. I got mine from a friend, and yeah, I have used it in the past. Haven't used it for a long time. As you know, I've been kind of just getting back into all my mixed media stuff. So this doesn't totally fit on camera. But I'm not sure. I might get two journal covers out of this. So let's just begin. There's no way to start but to begin. So I'm just gonna start with these colors, and we're gonna just go from there. And these, of course, it's been a while since I've used them. They're a little bit on the gooky side, but we shall persevere. So I'm just going to spread paint around my piece of wallpaper here. And what I liked about this particular piece is it's kind of got a modeled look to it, and so it's what do I want to say? The background is like of the actual wallpaper. The design of the actual wallpaper is kind of like one more layer. You know, I'm not covering up like little creatures or anything like that. I'm just okay. Get some here down on the bottom. The last time I did this on camera, which I do have a super old video of this, and I had my stand-up desk, and I think that would be that would be good. I'm probably going to end up with paint in my lap at this point, but I have an apron on, so we'll be okay. Okay, there's a good little layer there, and I don't wait for it to dry in between. I don't know, you might want to. What I'm using is primarily Liquitex. I didn't have a pink in Liquitex, so I'm using this Vivid Pink Anita's acrylic paint, but the rest of it is Liquitex. I love Liquitex paint. And, all of this paint is so old. I've had it forever, like probably 10 years, if not more. And so that to me, that's a good paint if it's going to last that long. So the nice thing about the paint too is that it adds yet another layer of strength. I'm going to try and get this up at the top. I've got a few spots to cover. If it lasts that long, it's got to be good paint, right? Because it's a good while. It's a good while. Okay, maybe a skosh more down in this area. Maybe just a drop or two. A little bit here. I don't want to totally cover up what we just put down, but I really like this color. Okay, and then maybe a bit down this way. I zoomed way out, so I'm hoping that's helping you to be able to see a little bit better. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go maybe green. This green. Let's see, that last one was called, in case you want to know, this one is called phyllocyanine green. I don't know. This one's deep green permanent. Easier to say. Ooh, this one's real runny right now, so that's probably a good thing. Just add a little of that. So we've used those three. I'm just going to set those aside as having been used. That one doesn't look all that much different than the other one, if you ask me, but whatever. I guess it's a little lighter. That's all right. Gives me an opportunity to maybe fill in some spaces. Need a little something. I love this because it's just smooshing paint around, and I just think it's fun. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of this bright aqua green and maybe just, okay, well, that happened. Just put a little bit of it here and there. I really should have gotten my my baby wipes over here. Since that came out funny, I don't want it to stay there. It's going to make a glue goober. So, or I mean a paint goober. Different types of goober, but all within the goober family. Oh shoot, I can't get it on there. That's because there's a paint goober. Well, or something. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, there we go, got it. Okay. Ooh. I'm up at the top, I know, but I'm just covering up a few spots where the wallpaper is showing through. Okay. Now we'll try and get the spots where it's, I think we've nearly got them all. Not that it would be horrible if something was showing through, because like I said, it's kind of a mottled background, and so it's glue goober, or no, paint goober. See, I just haven't worked with paint for so long and have been playing with glue that get it right. Oh, I did want my green. Let's see. Well, I think okay. I'm getting happy. I'm getting happy with this. You can already feel that it's got more weight to it with the paint on it. So that's a good thing. Alrighty then. Now, what I wanted to do, let me get my paint tray. I don't know. Let's see. Hang on a second, guys. I had to get a bigger paint tray than I normally use. Oh, look how dusty it is. My mixed media shelf, everything's dusty because I just have been neglecting it. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this yellow paint and I think I'm going to go over the whole thing. I have this piece of packaging and this just has a cool, almost beehivey look to it. And so, what I want to do is see if I can, paint goober, is see if I can smoosh that in a few spots. Okay, my paint's not wanting to come out. Oh, yes, okay. This one's a bit dry. I'm not even going to tell you what that looks like. Ew. Okay, I'm going to get some water. Hopefully there's enough in this little mister. I have a gallon of water that I keep in my craft room, and so that's kind of helpful. I didn't grab a paintbrush or anything, so I'm just going to kind of try and smoosh it around a little bit with this thing. Good. That's not good. Let's see. Oh, my credit card. Hello. Let's see. I want to kind of put this where you can see what I'm doing, which is making a mess. That's what I'm doing, is I'm making a mess. The paint's not cooperating, let's just say. Ooh, this might work. I'll just, instead of dipping it, more water. Instead of dipping it, I'll just do this. I don't know. We'll see. Now I've got it on my card. I can't get it off. Oh, man. I'm telling you guys, it's been too long since I did all this stuff. Okay, let's just try that and see what we can do. Jeezy peasy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. And I'm not minded. There's little kind of bumps of paint. I don't care. Once it gets dry, probably it will come off a bit more. Let's see. Okay, I think now I can maybe mush it. Okay, like a little bit in this corner, if I can, and a little bit up here. Ooh, that was a good one. I meant to grab my heat tool too. You guys, I'm just really bad at preparing for mixed media videos now because I just don't do it enough, you know. I'll get better. Well, I won't promise. But you're just going to see me doing a little playing, and that's all good. Okay, so I think I got that all out of there. Let's, I'm going to grab a couple of tags just to clean that up because I just cannot in good conscience. It's just going to be splotches. It's just fine. I'm just getting the big glops of paint smooshed down is what I'm doing here. Okay, I might lay that down there and add a couple smooshes there. Okay, and then this. You know, it ends up being more than one project. I'm making a few tag backgrounds as well. And this could be, depending on how this works out, this could be a good tag for the journal that I'm making. Who knows? Okay. So I think I'm just going to lay that in here for a sec. Yeah. It's all good. I'm going to let that dry. It's got peaks from the, let's see, I'll put it over here. It's got peaks from the wet globs of paint. So I don't know that I want peaks on this, but I don't mind peaks on a tag. Okay, now I'm going to smush this around. Okay, there's another one. And let's do one more. Good. Okay, so now let me just wipe off my tray. Meanwhile, I hope that's doing a little bit of drying. Okay, so got the yellow on there. Now, just scraping off my spatula onto my drop paper here. Okay, now let's see. So you know what I might do? Okay, I think I'm going to use this stencil and put this copper through the stencil. Let me grab my dryer. You know what, you guys, I didn't look at the time. Uh-oh. Once again, too excited to start. That's okay. I think we'll we'll finish this well within our usual hour. I just don't know how long to go. Shoot. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. I just want to dry some of these peaks a little bit. Like this is super wet right here because it had the water in it. But I have to remember I can't be doing this on my, can't be doing it on my mat, or my mat will warp. So far, so good though. And then what I'll do is I'll choose a piece of the scrapbook paper, and it will be, this will be the outside cover, the scrapbook paper will be the inside cover. And then, yeah. So, then I'll sew around the edge, you know, like you've seen me do 100 million times. Okay, that is drier. I'm thinking I might do the next sort of step and then do the stencil last. And what I wanted to do is just have a little bit of this pink. And what I have, let me show you. I keep this in my drawer. These are all sorts of different sized circles. So, oops, not sure what I meant to do with that. But anyway, so then I can dip them in paint and use those. These are laundry soap containers. And this is harder than a toilet paper roll, but it's about the size of a toilet paper roll. I think I'm going to use these two. That's what I think I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't know if you can see that side. Oh, yes, you can see the whole thing. I'm over to this side too much. No, I'm not. It's weird when you zoom out. I kind of don't know where I'm at. Obviously. Okay. We'll use that. And I think I'll do the bigger ones first. And these by no means need to be perfect or anything like that. They are just a little splash of the pink, like the paper has. Excuse me 1 second. I got grits from my mark making tools. I got grits. So we'll just get rid of those. Okay. Go off the side of the page a little bit here and there. Okay, so there is that. Let's see, where's my little tags? Okay, I'm just gonna get the extra paint off on my drop paper. I've been motivated to use paint because I have a friend that wants a drop paper journal. So, oh gosh. So yeah, my not doing custom orders is not going well for local friends. Okay. So then I'm going to use this one and just kind of So we got a new garage door opener installed today. That was exciting stuff. Oh, it does make you feel good though to get some of the house stuff done that, you know, is hanging out there. Especially these days where, goodness sakes, you have to wait forever for somebody to come do stuff for you. Let's see. Okay, that's enough, I think. So let's grab this tag again, and I am going to use up some paint on it. Okay, so there's that. Let's also squirt this with a little water. Get it going again. Okay, and this one's still really wet. I'm just gonna see how that's dripping down that. That's fun, isn't it? Okay. Then we'll just use this to mop up the rest a little bit. Okay, and then I do want that to dry a little bit before I do the stenciling, especially in spots where it's really super thick, and there are some spots like that. But I like the thickness because it gives it more texture. So yeah, my friend called me, the friend that I made the beach traveler's notebook for, and said that her daughter loved it. Her daughter started to cry, which is awesome because my friend started to cry when I showed it to her. So that made me super happy. And then she said, and her sister was like, "Mom, I want one of those." So she said she is a big outdoorsy girl. My friend who lost her husband quite a few years ago, she said, yep, she's a daddy's girl. So that kind of tickled me. But anyway, I had done the big woodland journal, but since the other sister got a TN, I wanted to do a TN for her too, and you know, do the same size and everything. And so I didn't use any of the Minte woodland papers. Don't really go with the Stamperia papers, which is what I used in the last project. So I thought, well, I'll use those Minte woodland papers in this one, and I was like, the what do I want to say, the designs on the scrapbook paper are big on the Minte, and it was like, that's not going to work super well for a cover. And so I thought, well, I'll just do one of these. Okay. So now where we're at, oh, I forgot my sponges. Good grief, I wasn't very put together. There's much more preparation, let's just say, for mixed media than there is just grabbing the journal you're working on. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Okay, I'm back. I need my sponges to be sponging through my little stencil here. So I thought what I would use, this is copper actually, and let's just hope it's all okay. Yep, it's a little thick, but it's pretty good. Okay, so I just want to go over the whole thing with this stencil and the copper. I think that'll be kind of a good finishing layer. Of course, on these you can do some stamping if you want to too. You know, that always adds a whole nother level, and we might put some script stamp on it. I don't know. We'll see. Probably the time to do that would have been before doing this, but I didn't think of it. Truth be told, I didn't think of it. But that's okay. We'll put this on and see how it looks, and then we might do a little stamping if we feel like it needs it. Might not. It might be just fine as is. Okay. And I think putting this stencil over the top will tone down the pink a bit too, so that'll be good too. I knew I wanted to do something painty and messy today, and this was just the ticket because it also gets me closer to being able to do that project for my friend. So, since I need to get it done for her, I don't know how much of it I'll do on camera. It's probably some of it though, because it's what I need to do right now. But for sure I'll do a flip through too. I've been kind of waiting to do a flip through. Let's see. I might do it soon. I'm thinking, you know, because I'm filming ahead because we're going to take care of our granddaughter. And so, but I think by the time this airs, we'll be close to being home. I have this weird thing. I'll tell you in a minute. I want to do the reveal on this. Let's see. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Can you see that on camera very well? Oh, it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't show. See that shine? That's over the top of all those colors. Oh man, I love it. Okay, good. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, I have this thing about listing physical items on my Etsy when I'm traveling out of town, because I thought, you know, if I got in a car wreck or something happened to me and somebody's already paid for something, I would feel horrible about that. So I tend to avoid when we're going to be gone in terms of physical items in my Etsy. All that to say. It was long-winded for that little thing, but yeah, so my big woodland journal will go on when we get back. I'm almost feeling like I gotta quit painting my fingernails if I'm gonna be doing more mixed media. But we'll just leave it for now. I'm very excited because my naturopath lady called me back and we got some appointments scheduled for her to work on the treatment again for migraines. Because I went to her about 8 or 9 years ago. Really, she had me cured. I mean, I never had any migraines, and they just slowly crept back. And this last one was kind of a doozy. And I said to Mike, I'm like, it robs me of a day of doing my stuff. And he's like, yeah, it sounds like you better go in and have her do a little tune-up. So that's what I've got the next couple of days. Okay. And for those of you that do suffer from migraines, the treatment that I went through with her is called NAET. natural allergy elimination treatment. And I think it might have the doctor who discovered it, or, you know, whatever you would say, who developed it, might have that person's name in it as well. But anyway, it's like I told her, I said, you changed my life. And she goes, oh, thank you for telling me that. And it really did. And of course, it's because it's natural medicine. You know, Medicare won't pay for it or anything. I don't know if my supplemental insurance will, but I don't care. It's a quality of life issue. I will pay what I need to pay. So it's too bad that, you know, it's taken so long for these, you know, and I know that there's some folks out there that aren't qualified to be doing what they're doing. I call her Dr. Barb. My Dr. Barb is. She's had a lot of training and, you know, besides her formal schooling, and specifically in this NAET treatment. And I don't know if it's available all over the country, but I know there's doctors that do it around the country. So, and it's kind of a combination of acupuncture and introducing things that you're allergic to, and actually having it kind of, if it doesn't eliminate the allergy, it at least makes it so it's not so, what would you say, toxic, I guess. The way I learned of these is when our little Addie, she's allergic to peanuts, and when she was a little girl, my daughter took her in to, and she went through the treatment, and it's not that she is not allergic to peanuts. She still is, and so she never eats them. She avoids them at all costs. But if she does happen to eat something that was like made in a manufacturing plant that uses peanuts or something like that, I mean, she had such bad reactions. She ended up in the hospital after unknowingly consuming some cashews, which I guess are kind of in the same family. Anyway, you know, it could kill her. And now that she's gone through this treatment, she might be sick and hospitalized and, you know, all of that. But she would be a lot less likely for it to be fatal. So anyway, that's how I found her. And I asked her if she could do anything about migraines, and she said, I sure can. I can do the NAE treatment that your granddaughter had. And boy, I'll tell you, 8 or 9 years it's been. And a couple of my friends from, one particular friend from work, back when I was doing it, you know, told her about it, and so she went. A lot of migraines. You know, my dad used to have bad headaches, and I just remember it because my mom would say, be quiet, because your dad has a headache, you know. And I'm really wondering if my dad had migraines. Okay. Oh, guys, this is turning out better than I could have hoped for. I'm so excited. So yeah, anyway, I'm super excited because I'll be going back to her and getting this taken care of. I've kind of been It's my own fault, but I've kind of been procrastinating. It's like, I just don't like to take time to go to the doctor and stuff. But, you know me, I'd rather be in my craft room playing with you guys. But this last one did me in for like 3 days, and I'm like, you know what, Gail, you need to do something. So I'm just going to do a bit on the edge here because we missed that. Yep. Oh, man. I'll lift this up and move it around, and maybe you guys will be able to see better. But yeah, I think this is real nice. Okay, I'm looking for any spots that I missed. I think I got it pretty well. I think I'm going to put it aside for a second and kind of scrub this off a little bit. Let's see. Nope, I'm not going to get it scrubbed. It's just going to have paint on it. That's okay too. Let's then grab, how about this one? Still wet, but let's do the old, running out of water here. Let's grab this one. Boy, we've just about, I'd say, got that background done. Okay, I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna show you what I've got, and then we'll end this video because, like I say, I have no idea where I'm at in terms of time. But this way you can kind of see the tags being somewhat done. Then we can do a little stamp and stencil on that, and that will be that. Let's see. I'm just gonna go over on my drop paper a little bit. Might as well use the paint and the sponge is how I feel. And have it be on some fun piece of paper. So, I think I've used enough of that. Alrighty then, let's get our cover over here. I don't think I want to stamp it. I think I love it just as it is. So you can kind of see that pink peeking through. All the other colors kind of blended in the background. And so with this, I will be cutting this 8.5 by 9. So let's see, 8.5 this way goes this far. What does that leave? Yeah, maybe I won't get 2 out of it. But the other thing we can do with this is use it as, put it on tags and journal cards as a background too. So maybe I'll go 9 that way, 8 that way. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that it would be big enough that I could do the traveler's notebook and still have enough for another cover, but oh well, because this is 12. It's about, looks like about 16 16 by 16 it looks like. So anyway, but look around for old wallpaper, because look how fun that is. I love it. I love it. Turned out great. Super happy. So thanks for playing today, and I hope you guys have a grateful day. We will just see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.